in to Two Jawns Wit. I'm your co-host, Sam Stafford, and obviously, those watching can tell this is not Dunphy.
No, I'm not Dunphy, but I mean, I hope that the listeners of Two Jawns Wit appreciate that I'm here today filling in for Dunphy because
Yes.
I know I can never be Dunphy. He's, untouchable.
All Dunphy would want is just to do his name justice.
Yes.
You know?
So
and
I'm
I think
hoping
you're going to do that.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, but obviously, we are Two Jawns Wit. Some live action, baby. We are live, recording live, so half live right now.
Yes, half live.
Yeah.
We're recording live,
From
but it's not going to air live.
the sports stadium's parking lot. And
The sports stadium's parking lot.
yeah, in South Philadelphia,
Schmiddish
for
and
those that
schmank
didn't get
schmark.
the hint. But before we really go into why we're here and the baseball team that has a stadium behind us, Nat, we obviously are the presenting sponsor of the Philadelphia 76ers. It was very unfortunate what happened with Joel Embiid and the injury. And then last night, round 2, game 1.
Flat.
So they lost 106-92.
Yeah. Couldn't have come. I mean, just the physicality, I felt like of the game wasn't there. And then it's still the same issues that it has been perpetually. I feel like anytime the Sixers reach the playoffs, anytime they reach the second round of the playoffs, the issues with the bench start to really come through. So
Yeah.
that's what we're seeing. It's the same issue over and over again. And then Doc Rivers is making poor decisions.
Yes.
And it's just the same thing over and over again that we're seeing. And yeah, I don't know. They couldn't get it together last night. Clearly Joel out is a huge loss. I feel like that kind of killed me on the inside.
Well, so what's interesting about
I have been too optimistic.
What's interesting about it is when the game started, the Heat came out hot.
Yes.
Pun intended.
Pun intended.
And they came out hot. They started going away. I think they were up by 14 at one time in the first half.
Yep.
But then going in after the second quarter really started, then you started to see the Sixers picking it up. And they came back. They actually went into halftime with the lead, 51-50 at the halftime. And then so it kind of looked like they found their footing and that they did get the energy and they weren't going to let the Joel injury pull them down. And then we saw it as soon as the second half started.
Yep.
They just fell apart again.
There's one person that I just need to address directly, and I might say something controversial here.
Ooh, I love it.
A little controversial. No.
Yeehaw!
No, that's not what she means.
Rangers
It's Suarez. Rangers fans, because the Phillies are playing the Texas Rangers, the Phillies fan just walked by Suarez. That's not. She was worried about.
I was going to tell you guys that are watching.
Yeah, but those Rangers fans ruined it, clearly. Anyway, back to my controversial thought. So I had a thought last night, 13 attempts, James Harden. 13 attempts. You can't have that, right? So here's my little PSA. And this, again, is controversial. Everybody knows where James Harden likes to go. And I think that perhaps one should stop giving dances if he doesn't shoot the ball.
We only dance for winners in Philadelphia.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Not me or Sam, but you know what I'm saying.
No, we as the city.
Yes,
Because we
we as
stand
the-
behind our dancers.
That's
as well.
what's going to
We're Philly.
happen.
Yeah,
That's what's gonna
gonna happen. But no, I agree with you. I think it was disappointing. I did like some of the facilitation that James Harden had going on, but he does that all the time. He's James Harden. In the situation like yesterday, that's when you need to see him step up because he is our other big name. And instead, it was Tobias Harris that really stepped up, at least in the first half.
Well, at least
that started doing something.
after a dismal season from him.
Yeah, but I mean, it says something when Tobias Harris is the one that stands up in that moment.
Yeah.
Instead of your number 2 guy or 1.5 even, because he's on that level or is supposed to be with Joel.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. And another interesting thing, you did say the bench points. I saw at one point going into the fourth quarter, the differences between the bench. Also the Heat have Tyler Hero on their bench. So that's one big thing. But they had like 38 points off the bench going into the fourth. And the Sixers had like 20.
Yeah.
You can't have that.
No.
It's going to be a huge factor in this entire series. But I did like the glimpse we saw from them in that second quarter.
Yeah.
Because then maybe we can steal one.
I think, heading down there, them not really knowing the situation with Joel, knowing that he's going to be out this entire series, or more likely than not the entire series. I mean, who knows? They had to kind of pivot on, I think, the entire plan, right?
Yeah.
And this is essentially a new team that we're seeing playing together, because Joel has been the pinnacle of the team all year. He's essentially carried the team all year.
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are in the second round of the playoffs without him, and it's like the team has to learn to play the game all over again together.
I agree. And hopefully he comes back. We play at home. Game 3 will be Friday. So
Yes.
hopefully he'll be back. I don't know if he will. Hopefully a game 4. It's concussions. You never know.
Yeah.
But that would be a huge energy, momentum shift.
I know.
And we could see something. But it would be huge. When's game 2? Wednesday?
Yes.
So it would be so huge if they could steal one in Miami.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm optimistic. I think.
I agree. Kyle Lowry's still out.
Kyle Lowry's still out, yeah, with his hammy. Shout out to the Cardinal Doherty grad. I mean, I just gotta shout it out.
I don't blame you.
Look, I watched Kyle play in high school, so I always just gotta. He made it. You made it, Kyle.
If you didn't already know,
Yes.
you made it.
Yes.
No, but I love it. And then also, that's kind of been the downer for us. But Eagles had a fantastic NFL draft.
Yeah, which you and I talked about
Yep.
in depth. I mean, in depth. Not only at our betPARX NFL draft roundtable. We were texting about
Yep.
it. We talked about it all week, going over our picks. Sam was like, I mean, I don't think that you could have been more like in the books. Because she gets like into the nitty gritty.
I do.
Yeah, and so you were like so in the books, had like the most. Well, just go. Just tell people what you thought, because you're hype about it.
Yeah, we have a thing on this show that we always tend to be right for some reason.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so
That's right. You and Dunphy.
yes. So
You need to start marking down how many
Yes.
opinions are right.
I know, because it's at least once a show we have to say I told you so.
Yeah, I think we should start a list.
Yes. Well, we want to coin it as one of our like taglines for the show.
Absolutely. Yes, the list.
Yeah. So we got many of them,
Yeah.
but that's one of them.
Yeah.
But I did hit the nail on the head with them getting Jordan Davis.
You did.
In the NFL pre-draft show that we had, we were nervous. We said that
Yeah.
because Baltimore was projected more and more as we got closer to the draft, was supposed to sneak up and take Jordan Davis at 14. But Howie, the master of trades, got up in before there.
He always weasels his way.
He did
weasels
fantastic.
He weasels his way. I don't know how he does it, but I'm going to figure it out one day.
Yeah.
He weasels his way out of everything.
And then he had a great draft, so he ended up giving up 18
Yeah.
for A.J. Brown, receiver, one of the top receivers last year, which
Yeah.
is huge. And then also round 2, this was the only pick I didn't watch the second night live because
Right.
Dion was about to leave. So if I watched it live, I think it would be completely different. Center Cam Jurgens from Nebraska,
Yeah.
with their second round pick. I think if I watched it live, it would have been mad. But the fact that Nakobe Dean fell to third, or in the third round,
So that made you happy about it.
I think that made up for it, because Cam Jurgens, Jason Kelsey completely handpicked him, and he is a phenomenal talent.
Yeah.
And it's going to be perfect because Jason Kelsey, every year we say this might be his last year. So potentially, I think it might be, and he handpicked Cam Jurgens, so I think it'll set it up for a future, and then we might have, if Cam Jurgens turns into the next Jason Kelsey
Then
for
that's-
in year in Philadelphia,
then
it's a great pick.
Well, it's a great pick, and because it is one of those situations where you're talking about the offensive line, you're talking about essentially the changing of the guard. It's the changing of the guard. Well, the center, but it's the changing of the guard.
Yeah,
and
I like that.
It's such an important position, and having Kelsey solidified in that spot, leading the team to the the Super Bowl. I think the center, especially when you have a new quarterback come in, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that center and that quarterback have to have each other, literally have each other's backs, because that chemistry is what facilitates the play executing flawlessly. So I agree with you in that if that's who he handpicked, and he did, then I think that's good for the organization, and it also gives me hope that because in the years past we were never sure who was making decisions in the front office. And if Jason Kelsey is able to give input, and you have guys, veteran Eagles who are in the front office now, or Connor Barwin, Darren Sproles, all these guys who are working with the team, I'm optimistic that perhaps whoever is making the decisions is now listening to their former talent for their opinion.
I agree. And I did say in our pre-draft roundtable that I had very optimistic vibes going into this. And that ended up coming true, too, thank goodness, because if it didn't, could have been bad, and Philadelphia would have been mad. But what's your overall draft grade of the entire draft looking at it for the Eagles?
Oh, I mean, I give it an A.
I like it. I was going to say an A too. I don't think I would give it the A.
No A plus.
Just because there's some things that you can't. Maybe next year when Cam Jurgens is in, maybe then I can give it an A plus. But at the moment, I loved it, and I'll give it an A.
Yeah. No, I actually, you know me, I'm so jaded.
Yep.
And, I've been a Howie pessimist. So
I think we all have, most of us.
I also am somebody who grows in life, and I'm turning a new leaf, and it's a new era now.
We are willing to admit our wrongs.
Yes.
When we are wrong, which is not often, but.
So, Howie, you get an A. 2 for you, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco.
I love that. And then obviously for the people watching this, I already said for the people listening that we are at the sports stadiums. And if you're watching it, you can see very clearly which stadium is behind us. The Philadelphia Phillies.
Yes. I'm so excited for the game tonight. It's my first game of the season that I'm actually going to go to, and it's Dollar Dog Night.
Dollar Dog Night!
I know. So, Sam...
That's what I'm saying, man.
Sam, I defer
Gets everybody
to Sam.
going on a Tuesday.
I defer to Sam all the time for the Phillies because, again, head in the books. Like I said.
I just really honestly have anxiety, and if I don't study... I have anxiety. That's the only way I can cure it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it's good for this industry, right?
Yes, absolutely.
No, but the Phillies right now, so the people walking by that yelled Rangers before, it's because tonight is game 1 against the Texas Rangers, but most importantly, and all we care about, is it's Ranger Suarez pitching against the Rangers.
Yes.
And because it just so happened to be Ranger against the Rangers, that's why you got Texas Ranger Sam over here.
Texas Ranger.
Actually, Philadelphia Ranger Sam over here. That's what we want to say. And I got my actually repurposed Bachelorette Nashville white cowboy boots and cowboy hat.
You said that all your girlfriends said, they're like, you're never going to wear this again.
And I knew they were statement pieces, so I knew it was wrong right away. And look, it's like...
Did you think you'd be wearing them to a baseball game?
No. I did not.
Actually, I think if there's anywhere that you would wear that to again, it would be a baseball game, right?
Or football, honestly.
Yes, football.
And want to know the only football I'm thinking about? Obviously not the Dallas Cowboys.
No.
But Texas Longhorns, and that is only if Matthew McConaughey asked me to.
All right.
We're stretching there, but that's the only way that I would wear.
Look, if Matthew McConaughey invites us to a Texas Longhorns game, I'll get them in. What color should I get?
Orange, because I'll do the
Yes.
Well, I guess that would be like normal, like brownish orange.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but that's good, and we can get. Yeah, we will come together, Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey.
All right.
Yep, we're cutting this and we're sending it to you, Matthew McConaughey. But the Philadelphia Phillies, Ranger Suarez, he's got a 2-0 record so far, so he's looking good. 4.42 ERA. His first game was a little shaky, 12 Ks in 4 games. Yeah. And that's 18.1 innings. But it's also, Dunphy and I say a lot, it's tough right now because it's still the beginning of the season. Can't overreact in baseball because it's so long. But they didn't have that spring training.
Right.
So I think it's gonna get more optimistic.
Wait, yeah. So actually, I meant to ask you this. What so far throughout the season? How you're bringing that up? What do you think is the most impacted by the lack of spring training?
Oh, pitchers.
So pitching?
Yes,
overall?
pitchers.
Okay. I didn't know if you felt that there was one particular... I mean, pitching's always an issue with the Phillies, but I just didn't know if there was one particular area that you...
Yeah.
Since again, the...
Oh, she's about to walk right through this. Look at her. Oh, no. Look at her. Yeah.
Ma'am.
Woo!
Ma'am.
She's still going.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am.
Live, you love it. No, but I think it's definitely pitchers, not even just for the Phillies, all around the league.
Yeah.
And the reason being, because when you have a lineup that didn't get all the at-bats from spring training, and we're seeing it with the Phillies, it's taken a while for it to kind of just get in the swing. And it's okay because it's going all around the league. You see the Atlanta Braves, they have a fire hot lineup,
Right.
and they're still like basically tied with the Phillies. It's not this. It's not hurting them, and
Right.
they'll catch on. But pitchers, when they're not ready, it's dangerous.
Right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah.
So that's why it is impacting them so
and
much.
It's like lack of repetition. Then you have to think of just the way the last 2 years have gone for the MLB.
Yep.
Not only you have these issues with the strike and the MLBPA, but then you have pandemic
Yes.
baseball and the weirdness of that, and again, lack of repetition, and it's like the game itself is already changed, and
100%.
and now the strike happens, and now the product is still suffering.
Yeah, I think we'll start to see it. Like I said, it's just off to a slow start, and it does obviously hurt the product, especially when the product was hurting before everything
Right.
came into effect. But I do think that we'll start to see it more. At least I'm really hopeful, because obviously it's no secret I'm a baseball fanatic. I literally work it.
Yes.
I married
Yes.
to the game,
Yes.
So it's just
literally
it's my
literally married to the game.
Yes, and if
Yes.
it wasn't already a podcast, I would coin that. But I give them.
Yeah.
Kudos, because
they beat
it
you
was-
to it on that one.
Yeah, I
But
know.
It's no
I
two
should-
Jawns win, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
I should like file libel or something, because I'd be like, "Are you really married to the game?" Because I am.
Because I am.
No, but another fun fact before we wrap this up, because we're gonna go get some fun stuff.
Yes.
So a really, really cool thing. My mom actually sent it to me. Go, Mom. She knows everything. So the Phillies started right now. What is their record? 11-12. So just under 500. But they did go 10-10 within the first 20 games of the season. And the last times that happened was in 2008 and 1980.
Ooh.
And if that doesn't shoot some optimism
Yes.
into you right now with this lineup, that's very, very possible
Yes.
to make something happen and go on a run. If the 2008 or 2018 Eagles can do it, I think this team could do it, especially before the trade deadline, if they just help their pitching a little bit and get a little healthier. It's optimism.
I'm a big believer in stuff like that, and I love.
Me too.
I love that there are people who keep track of all that stuff.
I know.
Right? Like statisticians.
Who thinks to look
and
at
all
that?
and just to make the correlations and all that stuff. I think it's I love it.
Me too.
And I'm in.
Me too. And I mentioned this lineup. Nick Castellanos is out today just because his wife's going into labor.
Oh, congratulations!
Yes.
To him.
So
When did they
maybe-
happen? Do you know?
I don't, but maybe
Congrats,
baby
Nick.
Castellanos is going to bring some good mojo too.
Yeah.
Spark that right up. Nick
Baby
Castellanos doesn't need it
Castellanos.
as much. Yes.
No, but look, that's also new beginnings. All good stuff.
I love it. So I mentioned that we're going to have some fun. Before we wrap this up and really hit the streets, we do have somebody that's ready.
Yes. Yes,
Kate!
Kate.
Oh, I love that, Kate.
Yes, hi, Kate.
Perfect, but just don't
Thanks
don't
for
cheat.
joining.
Don't cheat off of my thing, okay?
No,
You
I'm
know.
not a cheater. I'm not a cheater.
But I love your jersey. Real quick, before we get to the trivia.
Vintage jersey.
Very, very cool.
Thank you.
So, Kate, how good do you think you are with Phillies trivia?
Honestly, not that good.
Okay, so
Come for the drinks and
the hot
people
dogs because it's
watching.
dollar
Yes,
dog
dollar
night.
Yes. Ask me how much a dog will be. See, this is bad. Guys, this is bad. I was at Xfinity Live. Oh, shit, I'm embarrassed. This is
No, you got it.
This podcast is going to be bussin'.
It's gonna be bussin'.
I'm ready.
I love it.
Love your hat with the-
Okay, Kate, let me look through. Have you been a Phillies fan for a long time?
29 years.
Okay, we're going to ask you this one. It's kind of tough, but you might know it. What was the Phillies' home ballpark called before Veterans Stadium?
The Spectrum.
No.
No.
I'm sorry.
Shit, that was Wells Fargo Center. One
Yep,
more.
you're
No,
right.
No, one more.
You
Go
got
ahead.
another guess. I'll give you another guess.
Shit.
If nothing's coming, it's okay.
And I can phone a friend, right?
You can phone a friend. Do you want to phone a friend?
Brandon. Oh, yeah. Before Citizens Bank Park.
Before Veterans Stadium, what was the ballpark called? Okay, I'll give you guys another one. So our show, this is going to be a guess. Our show is called Two Jawns Wit. Okay, so what is the code? Just put it all together. Two Jawns Wit. What
Pretty
is
white
the
shoes.
promo code for all new betPARX users to get a risk-free bet up to $750?
Two Jawns Wit.
You're close. Two Jawns Wit.
Boots.
And
boots.
and it's for
Cowboy
up to
boots.
$750.
John 750.
Ding, ding, ding! We have a winner, Jawns 750.
What was the answer to the first one?
Connie Mack Stadium.
Never got that.
Yes. Oh, so, okay.
Got it.
Yeah, Kate, I do. Kate, I want you to know, normally when somebody gets it wrong, I take pride in going, but I really like you.
Yeah.
So I did a
Sam's feeling kind today.
Ranger Suarez.
I'm representing.
Yes.
Yay! Congratulations, Kate,
Good
on
job.
your $300
Good job,
bet.
Kate. So we have a lot more trivia coming, but for everybody listening to this, thank you for listening to episode 9 of Two Jawns Wit. But like I said, keep hanging out if you want to listen to us doing trivia. See if you know it. But we're gonna hit the streets and we're gonna go get everybody.
Yes,
So-
we're gonna go hang out with the tailgaters. Thanks for having me, Sam.
Of course, thanks.
I
Nat.
I know I'm no Dunphy, nor would I ever try to be, except when maybe I get a matching Fanatic tattoo around my belly button.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
that'll
coming.
happen. It's coming. But no, thank you guys, and I'm loving the pod so far, and this has been great, and I can't wait to go eat the hot dogs.
I know. I'm so excited. Nat, you definitely did Dunphy justice. So
Thank you. I do my best.
Yes. But stay tuned for more fun and trivia. Okay, guys, I'm here with Dylan. Dylan, what was the Phillies' original name all the way back when they first started? Do you want options? Let me know if you need options. I got them. Okay, so the Pheasants, Philadelphia Pheasants, Philadelphia Tip Tops, Philadelphia Quakers, or Philadelphia Orphans?
I'm going to go Quakers.
Ding, ding, ding! We have a winner. Awesome, Dylan. So you're going to win $100 to the betPARX app.
Sweet. Thank you.
Go Phils.
Go Phils.
Yeah, so I got a Phillies trivia question for you. You're going to get $100 if you get it right. I'm going to do you guys separately. I'll give you guys a separate one. We're going to... Okay, ready? I'll give you options. This one's kind of easy. What were the Phillies called back in 1950? The Whiz Kids, the Classy Chazzies, the Daddy-O's, or the Greasers?
Easy one right
What's a super duper Philadelphia option out of those? The Whiz Kids, Classy Chassis, Daddy-O's, or Greasers?
The Greasers.
Whiz Kids. Whiz Kids. But it's okay because everybody's a winner when they bet on betPARX. I love it. And let the next one step in. What's your name?
I'm Zach.
Nice to meet you, Zach. How good are you with Philly stuff?
Decent.
Okay. Are you guys all here for Dollar Dog Night? Yes. I love it. The occasion's perfect. Okay. So, this one, kind of tough, but I'll help you out for it. Who did the Phillies make the highest paid player back in 1979? Highest paid player in all of baseball. So you got options. Steve Carlton, Greg Lazinski, Mike Schmidt, Pete Rose. My hint to you is this is a betting trivia game.
Mike Schmidt.
I like it because Mike Schmidt, Pete Rose. Okay. What's your name?
Ryan.
Are you ready? Ryan, are you ready to like really tail it for your friends and like pick this up?
Ryan's our anchor. Please give me an easy one.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay. Who did the Phillies beat back in the 1980 World Series?
Oh man. You guys know?
Phone a friend.
Come on.
Okay, I'll give you choices. The Minnesota Twins, the Baltimore Orioles, Kansas City Royals, or the Miami Marlins.
Can't be the Marlins.
No, it's impossible. That's the
I
NL.
said
That's the NL.
it can't be the Marlins.
Okay.
You're starting strong. You got process of elimination going on.
Twins.
I'll give you one more guess.
Royals. I meant to say
Yeah! The anchor comes through! But like I said, because everybody wins when they bet Parks, you're all going to get a free $100 on the betPARX app. There you go. That's 100 hot dogs.
This is the best day of my life. I love betPARX.
There's a tear in his eye. Isaiah. Yes. So for a free $100 on the betPARX app, I'm going to give you a trivia question that's obviously Philly-centric, okay? How do you spell fanatic?
PHAN. Oh boy, I had too many beers. PHAN. Stop. PHAN. PATIC. Fanatic.
Yes! Ding, ding, ding!
Shout out to our camera guy.
There we go. So you're going to give Tiffany your name and your email, and then you get a free $100 on the betPARX app.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay, Colin. I'm going to give you a pretty easy one, okay? What were the Phillies called back in 1950? And if you need help, I have options.
The Phillies.
Before the Phillies, sorry. I'll give you options, okay? So the Classy Chassis, the Daddy-O's, Whiz Kids, or Greasers.
The Whiz Kids.
Ding, 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 Colin! $300 on the betPARX app. That easy.
And
All you gotta do is.
So are you a good Philly? Like, are you a big Phillies fan? I'm just.
Kind of more Sixers, Eagles, but
Okay.
I like the Phillies.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this one. It's fairly easy. You might be too young, but who did the Phillies beat back in the 1980 World Series?
Shit.
I can give you options.
What are the options?
Okay. Miami Marlins, Atlanta Braves, Minnesota Twins, Kansas City Royals.
I'm gonna go with Atlanta Braves.
They're in our division. They're in our division, so are the Miami Marlins. So you got the Minnesota Twins or the Kansas City Royals. And I'm gonna say this team, they got a little. I almost gave it away. It starts with an R.
Royals.
Ding, ding, ding! There we go. $300 on the betPARX app. There you go. Okay, guys, so now we got Jack. Jack, I'm going to give you options for this one. What was the original name of the Philadelphia Phillies? You got the Philadelphia Pheasants, the Philadelphia Tip Tops, the Philadelphia Quakers, or the Philadelphia Orphans?
I'm gonna say pheasants.
I'm going to give you another option. I like it because the PH. I got you. But think about Philadelphia, Quakers, Tip Tops, or Orphans.
Quakers.
Ding, ding, ding! And no hint on the second option. Good job. We got Ben. So Ben. Yeah, we got you. But are you a big Phillies fan?
yeah, unfortunately, I guess.
Or would you say you're more like other sports in Philadelphia?
Baseball fan. But yeah,
Okay.
I like the Phils for sure.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a question. If you get it right, you get a free $100 on the betPARX app. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. How long was Chase Utley's longest hitting streak in 2006?
See, I know Ron's had a long one, and like he was at like 36 or something. Was that where Utley was at?
You're so close,
He
but
was lower than Rollins.
barely.
Like by one. 35.
Ding, ding, ding! Ben, you get a free $100 on the betPARX app.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Go Phils.
Who actually?
Yes, Bryce. For free $100 on the betPARX app. In 1980 and 81 seasons, Julius Erving won the NBA MVP, and a Philly won the MLB MVP. So remember, 1980. Boom! Mic drop right there. Didn't even have to finish it. Free $100 on the betPARX app.
Thank you. That's great.
You're welcome. Go Phils.
Audio Jungle.